My name is Jonathan Fernandez. I'm 33. I am a makeup artist and reality star. Some people might know me from K. Michelle's show, which I was on for 3 years, and I'm now on season 8 of Love and Hip Hop New York. Before I became talent for VH1, I was actually a crew member for VH1. For so many years, I was a makeup artist on Love and Hip Hop. The first person that I ever did was Tiara Marie for season 2 of Love and Hip Hop New York. And Mona walked in the room. She looked at Tiara and she said, "This makeup is good. Hi, I'm Mona." I was like, "Hi, I'm Jonathan." She was like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "I did Tiara's makeup." She said, "You did a great job. Want to stick around?" And I said, "Okay, sure." And you know, 6 years later, I ended up on a television show. But sorry, I went all over the place. So I started out on Love and Hip Hop New York doing makeup, and when they decided to do Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 1, they wanted to keep the same crew. They wanted the show to kind of feel the same, even though it was such a different show. So they asked those of you from New York who want to move down to Atlanta and give this a whirl, and I said, you know, I'll go. What else am I doing? I was like 26. I said, sure, I'll come. And I went down to Atlanta to do makeup for Love and Hip Hop, and K. Michelle was one of the first people to walk in the room. And I used to assist a makeup artist named Mario, who used to be her makeup artist. So when she walked in the room, she said, "What are you doing here? I know you." And I said, "Oh my God, I know you too." And she said, "Oh good, I'm in great hands." So, you know, I started doing her makeup on Love and Hip Hop, and when you film these shows, sometimes they can be very emotional, and so many of the girls find solace with the glam team. And, you know, we built such a great relationship, and, you know, she's another one who's just been so supportive of my career and really, really, really has looked out for me so much. And one thing led to another. She ended up getting her own television show. She asked me, she said, "Do you want to come and do this show? You don't have to. If you want to just stick behind the scenes, trust me, I know." And I said, you know, I'll try. I said, I'll give it a try. Let's see. And once I did, I was like, oh, this is so easy. We're just living our lives. It's just like normal shit. And she said, yeah, bitch, it's normal. It's just the cameras in the room. I was like, oh yeah, girl, we got this. Come on. And that's just how things naturally happen. It's funny because as a makeup artist, I feel like, you know, I remember getting on the train all the time in New York on my way to work or on my way to my next gig, and my favorite thing in the world is to people watch, especially women in the morning doing their makeup on the train and stuff. And there were so many times that I'd be sitting across like, damn, sis, if I may, can you just do this or a little bit of that or a little bit of this? So, you know, I think if I can give advice to the everyday woman doing their makeup who has 5 minutes on the go, I would say pick one part of your face and focus on it. Pick something you want to highlight and enhance that. Don't worry about doing the whole face and changing who you are. I'm actually working on my own makeup line. It's called By Jonathan, and it's a big thing for me. I'm gonna have these little sets of like a 5-minute face. I don't think women should get into the habit of trying to mask themselves behind makeup and transform into something else, because Instagram and YouTube beauty gurus and celebrities have told you that you must look like this in order to be gorgeous. I think it is wrong. I think it's a complete false sense of reality and beauty. I think everybody is beautiful in their own way. It's about enhancing your beauty, not transforming into something else in order to be beautiful. So I would say, you know, focus on what you love and point it out. If you have a flaw, if you have a pimple, cover it up. But you don't need to wear full coverage foundation from here to here and 5 eyeshadows. It's like, no. Put one shadow on, sis. Throw on a little mascara, a little blush, and go on about your business. And I promise you, you're gonna be just as beautiful as if you had a million products on your face. I think it's so crucial to know whether you have a cool undertone or a warm undertone, and that is your base for everything. So if you have a warm complexion, you should always have foundations that have like a warmer orangey, reddish kind of undertone. And if you have a cool complexion, you should keep it olive and kind of stay in that family. Like, don't jump out the window. Sometimes I see girls, I'm like, bitch, where the fuck you going with all them colors? It's one thing if you're going to like a carnival, but it's like, that's not really working for you so much. So anybody trying to break into the industry, I tell them the same thing. You know, it's so unfortunately is so heavily saturated now because of Instagram, because of YouTube. It's before it was a harder craft to break into. But I think the hustle's still the same. I think if you really want to get in it, I would say perfect your craft. Maybe take a part-time job at like a Mac counter or Sephora. That's what I did. I worked for Mac for like 4 years. I really mastered it. Like I mastered my craft. And once I did that, I was like, okay, I'm ready for something else. So I started assisting, and people don't even realize that that's an option. And if you can't find a makeup artist to assist, well then intern for free. See it as like your college. You know, you go to college and you end up owing all this money and you're sitting in class. See an internship as that. You might not be making money, but you're learning from the best. And 9 out of 10 times, the person that you're assisting or interning will hand you clients. They're like, you know what? I can't do this, I can't do that, so why don't you take this and you take that and you start building your book and your portfolio. Also find local photographers. Every photographer, any city you're in, you will find a photographer, you'll find a model, you'll find a hairstylist that has your same ambition and your same drive. So collaborate with people who you see you have the same vision. Like, you know, build mood boards together and make a Friday night a night where you're just like, yo, let's link up, let's tear pictures out of magazines, let's recreate stuff, build a book, because that's so important. Like, you need a portfolio, you need a website. Look for agencies. Like, it's such a hustle. But my one advice I would definitely say is master your craft, go work at a makeup counter, and then once you feel confident in your artistry, work under a makeup artist that you aspire to be like, and let them teach you. And if you can't find a job assisting, at least intern. I guarantee you, if you tell makeup artists, oh, I'll clean your brushes for free, they're gonna say yeah. I went to beauty school for hair. So they kind of covered makeup for 2 weeks, but the teacher was god awful. She really didn't know makeup. And I already knew makeup because I taught myself with books from Barnes & Noble. So actually there's a makeup and a beauty aisle in Barnes & Noble, any bookstore. And I would take every last penny that I would get and I would just buy all the makeup books. And I remember I would buy all the Kevin Aucoin books. And I would sit there and I would practice on my sisters and practice and practice and practice and practice. And then I was like, you know what? I'm ready. And so I went to beauty school, but I didn't go to beauty school for makeup. I went to beauty school for hair. It's been my dream forever to have my own makeup line. And I think being a celebrity makeup artist, I don't want to say kept me from it, but it's definitely, it made me yearn for it that much more. And I feel like when people just see the glitz and the glamour, they see celebrity makeup artists, so many people follow celebrity makeup artists because of the lifestyle. You get to live vicariously through us. And you know, what people don't see is that, yes, it is pretty fabulous to get on a plane and land in a new destination, but on the flip side, you're giving up your life, because while the gig is only 14 hours, there's not much work that I can get done because I'm stuck in Dubai for 4 days. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of cool to ride a camel, but I'd rather have my makeup line. So, you know, last year I made it my mission. I promised myself, I said, you know what? You're 33. If you don't do it now, you're not going to do it ever. I moved back to New York and I said, I'm going to work locally only, and I'm going to focus on my dream, my other dream, which is to have my own makeup line. So I was fortunate enough to find a lab based out of Texas that formulates their products exactly how I want my products to be formulated. It's all clean, it's all organic, natural, paraben-free, filler-free makeup. It's cruelty-free. And I mean, my makeup is so crisp and so clean, you can literally sleep in it and it will not clog your pores. I mean, I'm wearing it right now. Don't I look great? And when I tell you, sometimes I come off set and I'm so exhausted, I'm so tired, I'm just like, I'm going to bed. And I fall asleep, I wake up, I see my face on my pillow, but I won't have one pimple on my face. Whereas before, with other cosmetic lines, if I fell asleep in that makeup, oh, trust and believe, there was gonna be at least 2 zits somewhere on this face. So my makeup line is completely mineral-based, and I feel like there is a huge disservice that is being given to women of color, because when I look through other, you know, mineralized makeup brands, there isn't much for really, really dark women. And when there is, it tends to be too pink, or it tends to be too red, or, you know, and like I said, my makeup, the lab that's making my brand is based out of Texas. So we were going back and forth so much via FedEx that I was like, you know what? I'm committed to my project. I want my makeup to be lit. So I'm gonna take a whole week off. I'm gonna fly to Texas. I spent a whole week there. We were going back and forth. I mean, I was in there like Dexter's Laboratory with a little lab coat, putting potions and lotions and watching shit blow up. But I was like, you know what? I'm not getting on a plane, so this is perfect. And you know, we were testing stuff. I was like, take the red pigment out, put some orange in this. I need more yellow in that. And by day 3, it was like perfection. So day 4, we brought women in of all different colors. I did everybody's makeup. I spent a whole entire day. I must have done, I think I did like 17 faces. Let me see. No, I did 12 faces. I have 12 foundations, I did 12 faces. And I was like, you know what? I wanna make sure that every product I have works on every single complexion. And when I tell you that everybody is covered, I mean, the fairest lady and the darkest lady will find something in my brand, and it will be perfect, it will be flawless, it will feel natural. It doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't feel like you have makeup on, it won't oxidize. It's not like you're gonna leave beautiful and turn into a cantaloupe later on. Like, it's completely natural, it's completely organic. What you see is what you get. So because my makeup line is organic and it's natural, and foundation and powders and concealers were such a big focus. Like, so much of the energy and the money went to that because I wanted a makeup line that I felt would be completely undetectable to the naked eye. I hate sitting across from people who have on makeup and I can see it. It's so distracting. So I wanted a makeup line that people can wear it and still look like themselves and feel like themselves. I mean, I have it on now. So in essence, my makeup line is unisex. So any man who wants to wear makeup should buy my makeup because it's completely natural. I've been wearing it all season. Like, people keep tweeting me, oh my God, your skin is amazing. And what do you do for your skin? Baby, my skin is not always that amazing. If you come real close with that camera, please don't. But you can see some shit. No, and honestly, my foundation is really good. It's good coverage. It kind of evens everything out. So that's really what I've been wearing. People keep tweeting me, asking me, what do you do on your skin? Why does your skin glow so much? It's by Jonathan. So because I am filming Love and Hip Hop, I want things to coincide with filming and production. You know, it's such a big cast. So they want to follow our lives as naturally as possible. And you know, they just say the grand opening of my makeup line is on the 22nd, but then Safari has something on the 22nd, and Remy they kind of have to, you know, so they want to follow it as close as they can with the date. I want to have a soft opening in December. The show's gonna cover it, and then I will launch my makeup in February.